Hey, welcome back. This is Clay Nelson and Susan Nelson on the Life Balance Hour here on KZSB AM 1290. Let me see now. We've been talking about, what we do with disappointment and how disappointment can just take us over and how we really believe many times, many of us really believe that life's all about being disappointed in it. I mean, come on. Give me a break
Well,
here.
it gives a lot of people a sense of that's what they feel. That's where their life is, in that feeling of disappointment.
Oh, you mean they get to be right, that they don't deserve to be better than that? Is that what you're saying?
Or that that's where their feeling is. It's like not a happy place. It's just a feeling place.
I know, but there are some people that don't know how to feel any other way.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
It's
none of these people were born that way. They didn't come out of their mom's womb going, "Okay, I'm depressed."
I'm
Okay,
sure
that's
probably
it. Life
learned
is
it
over.
somewhere along the way.
I'm never going to get out of this room here. And the truth is, they had to learn that somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where do you learn to be, looking forward to disappointment?
Well, maybe, I don't know if it's not looking forward to it. It's just something that happens, and that's what they look for.
Well, I got to tell you, Susan, I've been disappointed a lot because I've done a lot, okay? But I get over it immediately. I don't have time to stay in disappointment. I mean, I don't have time to be stopped. I don't even have time to be slowed down, like...
I'll bet you there's even some people that don't ever get disappointed. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe, but it's like I got to go have my eye worked on tomorrow, by Dr. Winthrop.
Yeah.
And, he's got to give me some sort of medication to slow me down enough so I can lay on the table so he can do his thing.
Oh, darn.
And then he won't let me talk. I have to be quiet the whole time. Can you believe that? Then I have to go
Now
home.
I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, then I have to go home and hold still.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, with some sort of thing on my head. God, you have to lash me to a tree in the backyard. Anyway, so being disappointed, I got to tell you, disappointment comes in various venues. I mean, I was disappointed when I couldn't bench press my body weight by when I wanted to, but I eventually did it. I was disappointed that I didn't get my PhD when I was working on my PhD, but then I got over it. I was disappointed when, I didn't get the dinner I wanted, You probably don't know about that, but that's okay. Anyway, we have somebody on the phone, so who's out there? And I'm certainly not disappointed that you're there.
Hi, Clay. My name is Lauren.
Well, Lauren, what's up?
Well,
and tell me the truth. Are you disappointed or not right now?
No, I'm not at all.
Whew, thank you, because, boy, I was afraid I was going to get a disappointing phone call.
Well, you were talking before the break about going off on people undeservedly when we're disappointed.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, because I've had that happen to me where people go off on me.
Yeah.
How do you hold up the mirror and let that person see what they're doing, or do you just let it run off your back?
You ask, okay, that's a good one, boy. It takes some nerve. It takes, shall we say, waiting for the right moment, and you can't wait too long. And then you ask, do I have permission to shoot straight with you? And if they say, yeah, because that'll stop, and then you go, do you understand how mad you are right now? And do you understand that maybe the mad you are doesn't quite equate with the conversation we're in? And would you like to talk about what's really going on with you?
Okay.
And then they'll go, nothing, why? They go, fine. I'm right. And by the way.
And then you let it roll off your back.
And then yeah, because they'll know. And then they'll finally come to you. But most of the time when I've done that, I ask people, I go, I got to tell you, I've been where you are, where the mad I get far exceeds the circumstance, and I didn't even know I was doing it. So, would you like to talk about that? And they always have. They always do. Now, you can't do that if you're in a group of people, This is something you got to do practically one-on-one after it's, outside of the group. Because if you embarrass somebody that's going off that's really tweaked to the left, they'll get double tweaked.
Got it.
Okay, because of the embarrassment. So you won't be able to contribute to them like you want to.
All right.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Good question. Wow. Whew. I was going to be disappointed if I didn't have the answer.
Well, I'm so glad I didn't disappoint you.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Lauren.
Bye, honey. Now, let's see here. We were talking about dumping disappointment. So first, and number one, you kind of have to acknowledge that you are disappointed. You also have to get that the only people that get disappointed are people that are doing something. So you're going to get disappointed either in yourself, the environment, or the people that you're attempting to deal with sometime or another, because not all human beings think the same. Thank God. I'm glad that a lot of people don't think like I do, or we'd be all walking around eating licorice all day long. You know what I mean? Just hanging out, riding your Harleys. And we
Licorice
get
eating Harley riders.
Harley would dig it, but everybody else would be going, wow, what's all that noise? So, it's all about, getting your act together and finding something to support and finding something you want to go for. How do you think Hillary Clinton thinks about, she won last night in Pennsylvania, all right, but the overall feeling is so what? How do you think she feels? How do you think her camp feels? How do you think McCain feels? How do you think, my gosh, can you imagine, if people quit because they're disappointed, where would the world be? When we find out the world's heating up and the ocean's rising, what do? We get disappointed, sit down and quit? Or we just, get in a boat and wait for the water to come in? Yeah.
We move to the mountains.
Yeah. Well, what about we figure out, we're planting all this corn because we're going to use corn for some type of, replacement for fossil fuel. And then we find out it's going to cost too much and everybody's switching over to corn. And now there's a world shortage of food. Let me see now. Let's get disappointed, sit down and not do anything about it. Let's get depressed and just sit down and watch everybody starve to death. So you have to understand, it's all about what you're willing to do about your disappointments. And you will be disappointed, both in yourself and in another. You know what I mean? It's like many times I've been up on stage speaking, and I've been disappointed in myself in that I either didn't say what I could have said and didn't say, or I said too much.
There you go.
Who's your own best critic? Yourself, okay? So that's kind of the game. Now, how much time we got in this segment? Okay, now, here we go. I want to go off onto another topic here. So, the Law Enforcement Torch Run supporting Special Olympics. So, when and where? Beginning on June 9th, the torch travels from San Luis Obispo south to Long Beach for the opening ceremonies for the Special Olympics on June 13th. All right? It doesn't say here where it is, though. Where's the opening ceremonies going to be? In San Luis Obispo? Okay, in San Luis Obispo is where the opening ceremonies are going to be on June 13th. The torch will travel through Santa Barbara area on June 11th. Now, here's a little history. Law enforcement of Santa Barbara has been carrying the flame of hope for over 10 years through the Santa Barbara area. So what can you do to participate? One, don't get disappointed. What do you think? So you have to get out there, and you can sponsor the torch run for $250, or you can run with the officers and athletes for a $25 donation and receive a T-shirt. And they gave me one, and the T-shirt is really cool. Fits good too, and has a good neck on it. Or you can make a donation to support athlete attendance at the summer games, and then you can come and cheer the runners on. What do you think about that? So for information on the torch run, where should they go, Susan?
They should go to, you can check out www.sossc.org, or you can contact Sarah, S-A-R-A. Last name is Spataro, S-P-A-T-A-R-O, the regional director, and her number would be 805-884-1516.
Okay.
884-1516. That's
Yeah,
Sarah Spataro.
That's right. Sarah at 884-1516. And let me tell you, this gal is powerful. Anything you want to know, she's got the answers. So come on out and play. I'm going to be there. Susan's going to be there. And we're really cute. You got to come see us too, you know.
And it says now they're traveling on June 9th. The torch travels from San Luis Obispo south to Long Beach for the opening ceremonies on June 13th, and they'll be in the Santa Barbara area on June.
So does that mean
11th.
that
it looks like that the opening ceremonies are in Long Beach.
Oh, I'm disappointed. Yeah, I said it
'Cause
wrong.
you said San Luis Obispo.
I'm so depressed. Okay, I'm over it.
But
Okay, now, so what they're saying is that the Special Olympics will be on June 13th in Long Beach. They'll be starting on June 9th in San Luis Obispo, coming south through Santa Barbara on June 11th, and then on down to Long Beach for the Special Olympics ceremonies on June 13th.
Yes.
Come on out and play, y'all. Let's go. Come on out. Okay, I've got to take another break from the show. And you notice I proved to you I could get out of being depressed very quickly.
you did a fine job.
I am so cool. Anyway, now, so you're listening to Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, and the illustrious Susan on KZSB AM 1290. Get on back here.